Even if no one claps, it doesn't really matter. Just trust the process and trust your capabilities. Walk away from those people who doesn't deserve your energy, who doesn't align with your values and with your purpose.
Most of the reasons why people don't progress in life or make a big change, it's because they care too much about what other people say.
Not everyone is meant to go where you're called to grow.
So it's okay to walk away from obviously negative people that doesn't support or put boundaries.
Yeah.
Even with family. So I have a few notes here because at least I'm accurate with my questions. So you've been a nurse before, right? No?
Yes.
And
Well,
then-
until now, I'm still a nurse.
Are you still a nurse
Yeah,
now?
registered nurse. Yeah, still.
Do you work full-time as a nurse
No,
or part-time?
no, casual.
Casual na lang.
Like on
You
call.
just want to pick up. Is there a reason
I can
why you
choose.
still keep the nurse?
I still love being a nurse, and I started being like that. I don't want to stop whatever God has given me at the beginning. You know, you look back, you still love the past, and you bring it into the present as well.
You want to remember where it all started to an extent,
Yes,
or even
definitely.
appreciate that. Pero is that more of a you love the work of being a nurse, or more of you want to be appreciative that was your first step before you actually moved to this new sort of
Transition.
transition to a new industry?
I love being a nurse. I mean, nursing has taught me to become more empathetic, and be flexible to all the people that you work with, the people that you collaborate with, and of course, being also sensitive and aware about the people that whom you need to be with. So I will never forget, from the day one that I've learned to value of becoming a nurse.
Okay.
Whether in many aspects of life, it has taught me and has molded me to become a better person.
Becoming a nurse, was that your choice or was it your parents'
It was my choice.
Really?
Because I wanna, obviously I wanna travel.
Did you get influenced though by relatives? Or like did they
No.
tell you like you need to become a
No.
nurse? Because that's very common in the
For me, I want to travel. And becoming a nurse, I can be, because nursing is the most stable job in the world, right?
yeah, of course.
I can travel and work still as a nurse, and I can save money and buy whatever I like, So it's
funny
really the
where,
most, it's the most flexible job in the whole
When
world.
someone thinks about I want to travel, they think about I want to be a airline crew or something like that. Pero you want to travel, just become a nurse because then you can travel pretty much. Oh, you can
And
go
also you
anywhere in
can
the world.
stay. You can stay in one country, and if you want to, practice nursing there forever, it's really a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
At
Not
least it's a
most
bit
of
more
the destiny.
stable because you can choose whichever country that you like that sort of has good funding for healthcare,
Yeah.
obviously in a country, and then you can stay there for a bit of a long time. And how long have you been a nurse?
More than 30 plus years.
30 plus
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, it's like my age as well.
So you're 30 plus?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Leave it that
Ako,
way.
mga 20 plus ako.
21. 22.
21,
Leave
yeah,
it like that,
yeah,
no?
It stops.
Why not?
Stop celebrating around that age. So hindi na ako, I don't grow old anymore.
Age is just a number. That's
Age
what I
is
say.
just a number.
So,
Yeah.
being 20 is always the new 30, the new... I know. The 30, 40, 50, it's just a number. So it's okay. It will always be 20.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about what your heart is, obviously.
Being
then
happy
your
and contented.
no? What got you there? And maybe walk us through what happened. Was there a specific thing that happened when you want, there's something more for me?
Yeah,
other
I
than-
wanted to transition.
Yeah,
Well, looking back during those seasons, it feels like everything looked very successful in the outside, but there was something missing in the inside. I was living a good life, but the alignment wasn't that great. And also I felt like there's that whisper that it's not too loud, but I can really see it clearly that I am meant to serve in a deeper way or in a more purposeful way, So for me, I said to myself, if I don't start, I always look back and say, what if? I don't want what ifs in life, I'm a go-getter, I'm a risk taker, I'm an action taker. If I don't start now, when?
Yeah.
So it's better to test the water, swim. If it's shallow or deep, it doesn't really matter. Have
go
to be
for it.
ready. Have to be ready, because if you wait for many years and 100 years. Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm ready. When are you going to be ready? You know. So why not just jump on it,
Yeah,
move
yeah,
with it.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. I
And
think a lot of people
you'll
are very
see.
scared, you know, and
But if you're always scared,
you'll never get
nothing will
anywhere.
happen. And every time you wake up, you're still on the same page. So better do something and think of what's the most important thing for you right now. That's what I have asked myself. What's the most important thing for me right now? It's all about time. It's a time for my family. So I don't want to leave my profession as being a nurse. As I said, I'm still a nurse right now. I'm loving it anyways, but I want to elevate my potential. And that's what I do in coaching as a success coach. I want everyone to really, focus on their being significant in this world. There might be some more passion because you have your profession, right? And you have your passion. That can work together.
Of course.
But you just have to balance. And for me, diversifying your life when it comes to profession and passion, I think it will work better than having only one. It's going to be boring, right? And it's going to be like that until like 100 years. Oh, looking back, I could have done this and that. So for me, elevating my potential with my passion, I can feel like every time I do something, I feel really happy. And that means you're doing your passion. You're self-actualizing at the same time. And then I can do more on my profession because I'm so inspired. I'm diversifying something.
So you're
very
more
blessed.
motivated.
Oh, yes.
Because,
you're doing something differently, and it helps you grow.
So what is a success coach?
Success coach is like we're helping or assisting people to get to know better what's their goal in life, goal setting. Focus on your vision. And in every vision and every goal, there'll always be setbacks. And those are the challenges, could be money, could be work, could be family, anything.
Of course.
And for you to focus on your vision, you need to know your goals, right? You really need to think of what are the possible strategies to combat all those, setbacks, challenges, whatever hurdles, so that you can refocus on your vision. And when you focus on that, at the end of the day, you'll realize like, oh my God, I've been through a lot, but look at me now. If I didn't try this before, I won't be in here being successful. And being successful could mean different to other people. Successful could be for them to have a big car or big house or whatever. It's all about contentment for me, And if I see people, being empowered through me and motivated through me and inspired through me, and I felt like they're transitioning from one thing to another and they're very happy, for me, that's my success,
What is success for you?
It's more on being contented, the simplicity of life. But then it's like this. It's the glass of tea. It looks like, oh, it's boring. It's just really tea. But when we taste it, the flavor, it's rich with flavor and just everything, the elements in here, So for me, success is not all about materials or money or whatever. It's all about seeing people being motivated because of what I've done for them. And for me as well, I feel contented with whatever I have, whether I have millions or just 500,000 or whatever it is, doesn't really matter. If I have a new car or I'm just driving an old car, it doesn't matter.
So for you, success is more on encouraging people.
Yeah, encouraging them to focus on what you really want to be. Where do you see yourself? That's why I'm a coach. I want them to really look at where do you see yourself in 1 year time, 2 years time, or 6 months time, and what is the most important thing to you right now?
And that's for individuals too, or just businesses only?
Anything.
Anyone.
It could be a one-on-one group coaching, it doesn't matter. And coaches doesn't give advice, to be honest, because sometimes people are quite confused about, if you're a coach, you're like a counselor or like a therapist. We're not psychologists, we're not therapists, okay? We're not counselor, we're not GPs or something, but we're here to really have that great conversation. It's a conversation. And with that conversation, in that moment, you'll be able to discover who you are, what are your other potentials, and you'll sometimes if you like talking like this, and you will then feel like, oh my God, Lee, I didn't realize I have this kind of potential. I should think about this because this might actually meet my manifestations many years ago that I will have time for my family. So maybe I'm really good at cooking. I'm good at singing, or I'm good at this and that. I never thought about that because I thought I'm only doing this for life. But thank you for this conversation, because that conversation is really like an eye-opener, right? We ask questions. You think it's critical thinking, at the same time.
And how do you get to know what their potentials are? So do you ask them
through
questions?
conversation.
Conversations.
Yeah, because and good thing that I'm a nurse myself, so I can assess people at the same time for free. So I would know where the converse. It's you need training when you become a coach. A lot of people were saying like some of them are like self-proclaimed coach or whatever. Right? There are some people who are like that, but for me, I am actually trained. I was trained really well in. I started from scratch, and because of being a nurse as well, we were taught how to converse with clients, and with my profession as a clinical educator as well and lecturer. I mean, it
So not
has helped
anyone
as
can
well.
just be a coach, basically.
Not everyone is for coaching.
Right.
You need to be patient as well because you don't know sometimes that the person that you're coaching with needs therapy. So you cannot coach someone who is not coachable. You cannot teach someone who are not teachable, right? In general perspective. I have to be very sensitive as well when it comes to talking to any clients as well. So if I know that the client needs a therapist, I would say, have you seen a therapist before, this and that? I think it's much better if you see a GP and all that because I don't want people to think that I can also be a psychologist, even though that's my major in nursing, right? I'm major in psychology. But I don't use that. But at least I can see where you're heading at because coaching can be useless if you're not coachable because you're not healed. You don't listen and you're stubborn. And our goal is for you to understand where you're heading at. And our goal is for you to understand about yourself, self-discovery. What are my other potentials? Because after that, you would know, I know what to do next time, Lee. So when they come back after maybe some of them will have 4 or 5 sessions, some of them forever, So when they come back and say, Lee, you know what, I've done this and I'm so happy that I was able to move up to the next level and I didn't realize I have this kind of potential. That success is my success as well. So,
Yeah. Well, we got a few questions here.
Sure.
For you. You had a respectable career, but what gave you the courage to walk away to the unknown or the new industry and basically, from nurse? I mean, I guess there's a bit of sort of responsibilities there as what you have mentioned where you can relate to people. But, walking to the completely new world, what gave you the courage to do that?
I would rather not use the word walk away from myself right now. Not because you have asked me that. But for me, to be honest, I did not walk away from being a nurse. I just want to tell the whole world. I would just want to, again, maximize my potential because I know God has given me something, right? And going back into that moment of that transition of my pivot, right? From being a full-time nurse, clinical nurse, to doing part-time to casual and then doing this entrepreneurship. It wasn't a big jump at that time. There was a buildup of restlessness and a divine nudges, okay? Because I felt like at that time when I was thinking about it, right, that it was the right time to pivot. I felt that I was meant to do something better and bigger, yeah. And for me not to take that opportunity, and I can see that it's coming, I want to grab that opportunity. And without divine nudges at the same time, I want to I realize that if I'll be a nurse here forever, there's nothing wrong with that, it's a comfort. It's my comfort zone. But I've realized if I stay in that safe mode, it's costing me purpose. I would rather choose courage over comfort and faith over fear and doubt. Because sometimes, you have that doubt and fear and you're quite hesitant to do something, different from what you're doing because I've been doing this for a long time. I'm sure a lot of people have also experienced that, like, why do I need to transition? I'm already comfortable for this one. I can travel, I have the money, I can go to a restaurant every weekend and all that. That's what I felt before, I can afford whatever I like because I've got a good job and I'm already in that beautiful position in the nursing world. But then again, as I said, if I allow myself to stay in that comfort zone, it's costing me my purpose. So I would rather, again, choose courage over comfort and faith over fear and doubt, because fear and doubt can kill your dreams more than anything else.
How can people have the courage to transition to a new career or to a new venture?
Always remember, change starts with courage, not with a plan. Because, a lot of people say like, oh, we should plan. Yeah. What will happen if there's a plan but you're not doing anything because there's fear, there is doubt. And that's the one that's pulling you down. Plus, you think about what other people will say. Like, I'm in this kind of comfort zone, and what will my family would say? How about my bills? How about the others? They might criticize me. Who will support me? These are the things that will draw you back from changing into, like, pivoting, right? To elevate your potential. But always remember, courage doesn't depend on your fear, because in every change, there'll always be fear and doubt anyways, right? So move with it. Move with it, move with that fear and doubt, whatever it is, no matter what happened. And just trusting that there is something bigger waiting for you. It's, even if no one clapped, okay? It doesn't really matter. Just trust the process and trust your capabilities. And especially if you have manifested this and you've been wishing or dreaming to be in that position, whatever it is, in that kind of transition, just do it. If I can do it, if other people can do it, why can't you?
How do people conquer the thought that it's okay to be criticized by them?
Yeah, you're not here to please everyone anyways. This is your manifestation, this is your goal, this is where you want, this is where you see that you're meant to become, right? So first and foremost, again, I would like to reiterate that courage isn't the absence of fear and doubt. And the more you think about other people, the more it aggravates your fear and doubt. That I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, I'm too young, I'm too old, whatever it is. There's so many excuses. And then from the time comes, you look back, what if again? So, if you think about other people all the time, nothing will happen. Don't worry about whatever they say. Believe in your capabilities, as I said. And let them do all the noises, And you don't need any one of them to elevate you at the moment. You need yourself. It starts from within. Because the more you're authentic in your purpose, the more you align with your purpose, the more God magnetizes the right people around you. So you don't need them. And maybe at some point, they're always there, maybe not just your family, but the people around you that you think that they're very close to you, but they're the first one who really doubt you. So let them create their own noise, and let your achievements, the outcome of all your whatever you're doing, be the noise of your success. Again, you don't need to please anyone. And even on social medias right now, because this is the new era, social media, right? Doesn't matter if they don't do the love hearts and whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Trust the process. Just do one small step, on a step at a time. And with that, you'll be able to see where you're heading at. And that one big step allows you to see where you're meant to become, who you are as a better person.
Most of the reasons why people don't progress in life or make a big change, it's because they care too much about what other people say.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And it's always a factor. And it also happened to me, I said to myself, you know what? I'm not getting older. If I keep on waiting for them to decide on myself, for my future, what will happen? Every day I'll be like, it's in my book actually, So hopefully you'll be able to read my book. And it's in there, it's in the journey. And if I allow them to manipulate my decision, self-sabotaging everything. And again, when I look back, I would say, what if? I mean, these people are significant for you, but it starts from within, right? So conquer that fear and doubt. As I said, your fear and doubt can kill your dreams more than anything else. For my own, experience as well, I stay grounded in authenticity and aligned with my purpose. I keep that because if I continue to think about these people, it's derailing my purpose. And I know I have a divine assignment. And it's in my book as well. That's why no matter what, the noise outside, especially the more you are becoming more, I'm not saying popular, but a lot of people are getting to know you. The people around you as well are not there to clap for you. They're there to wait for you to fall, right? And that's exciting, right? It's good. But just stay authentic. Stay authentic, and everything flows naturally, and you'll have your own circle. I always say, I am in my planet. I always tell them, most of my friends, I tell them, I am in my Saturn planet. You know, Saturn planet has a ring. So my ring will repel all those toxic, negative, insecure people. And if they still got through into my ring, that's fine because they're like bacteria, right? You just need antibiotic to get rid of them. So my antibiotic in my life is to really just walk away from these people that doesn't deserve your purpose and doesn't align with your values. And I focus with my vision because these are the people, these are what I call setbacks. They're part of my setbacks. So I would rather do something. Do not work with them, do not collaborate with them. Just focus on the people who really like lifts you up and who are always there even if you doubted yourself.
Do you think it's okay to cut off negative people in your life that does not support your passion, or whether it is a new transition of career or new business?
I think cut off won't be the right word. I would rather have boundaries, right?
Boundaries.
Learn to say no. As I said, you're not here to please them. And don't let them feel that your success depends on them. Okay? There are other right people out there who's going to be magnetized in the future, who will be there for you through thick and thin. These people are just temporary. So don't worry about it. Don't waste your energy, don't waste your time with them. Again, walk away from those people who doesn't deserve your energy, who doesn't align with your values and with your purpose. And for me, I know I have a divine assignment. I focus on that. I mean, I'm not here to compete. I'm here to contribute. And that contribution, I know that I'm doing something for God. And again, read my book, why it's like that. So for all the toxic people that's coming into my ring, they're being repelled. Yeah. Again, there's actually I create my own codes on Motivationalee, and I've mentioned this I think last few months ago that it's okay not to be kind to the unkind, because if you try to be like being kind, I just want to be kind to them, you're just enabling them. So don't be an enabler, because you're allowing these unkind people to be more unkind to other people, and they're creating what? Pain to other people. So don't be kind to the unkind. Create boundaries.
So it's okay to walk away from obviously negative people that doesn't support or put boundaries.
Yeah.
Even with family?
Yeah, why not? They're still your family. You still talk to them, hi, hello, but you don't talk to them when it comes to your vision, what you want to do. Don't talk plans with them. They don't think good about you. I mean, not just the family, but this is the people, right? Because some people are fake. And I don't know if you believe in the law of energy and attraction. Anyone that comes into the room, for example, today, you would know that there's a good energy and a bad energy. And now that I'm in the half century of my age, do you know what? I always remind myself, you know what? Stop being too kind, because people will just abuse you, right? The gut instinct, that energy, I now apply that. Because before, let's give this person a chance. Let's give this person another chance. But you're being too kind to the unkind, and you're an enabler. Do not be an enabler. You're not doing a good job for other people, because they might find another victim, So from there, have that boundaries, whether they're family, friends, relatives, or just people around you. Just work with the right people. And if you think that this person right now beside you is kind of okay, and then you've realized after a few months, it's not okay, always listen to your instinct. That's the energy. Walk away. Don't work with them anymore. You might have worked with them today, but next time, no more. Yeah? Learn from it. Yeah? At least, you've allowed yourself to work with them as well, collaborating.
I think that's the common problem that many people have, where they cannot walk away or they cannot say no. And I think that's one of the number one reasons that prevents them from growth or being successful. Because
exactly.
they're yes people or yes person. Saying no actually progresses you more.
Yeah,
actually.
definitely.
That's what I've learned.
Yeah, exactly. We're the same, right? You are giving yourself the permission to grow. And if you do that, you have your boundaries, you're allowing yourself to touch other people's lives, and you're giving them the permission to do the same.
How can everyone, or how can a person handle a fake person in their circle?
Just be genuine. I'm like that. I know in my Saturn world, as I said, some of them has gone through a mini hole and they've been into my planet. I know them. And being a nurse, I love assessing people. I love it. I just enjoy they're here. I know they're fake, but I just entertain them. But I know I'm not going to work with them. I say no. Let's say, for example, oh, I want to do something like a project with you. I wouldn't say like no straight away. I would ask questions and I would say, politely, like I've been collaborating with other people. I don't have much time to collaborate with you. Maybe in the future, yeah. And if they keep on like squeezing themselves, like oh we should do this, we should do that, I would say like I have other plans already planned many years ago. So I would rather because you don't want to put yourself in a situation of being affected physically, mentally, emotionally. Well-being can affect your decision. The way you feel and whatever you're going through right now, it affects the way you think, the way you see people around you, and it affects the outcome as well. It's like the frame, right? The way you see things, the way you decide on things, and the outcome could be good or bad. So again, have your boundaries because not everyone will be there to clap with you and for you.
With these fake people, we know that most of them are just there to wait for you to fall. But some of them are trying to steal your ideas, actually.
Yes.
How should someone cope up with that or approach that? What's the best way?
That's a good question. Even to myself, this kind of question has been asked to me many times as well. And I've seen like for other people in social medias, like common friends or whatever, I can see that some are actually like doing kind of the same, like what I'm doing, even the words. And I just look at them like, wow, it's good. And they forgot to acknowledge who has actually, inspired them, motivate them. Maybe because they look at me as not as Oprah, Because some people would, recognize you or acknowledge you if you're really like sikat, right? Like you're popular. But maybe because they see me as like very, not so a big star or whatever. Some people are not like kind of keen to recognize you, or sometimes because they're insecure as well, the envy and the insecurity. They don't want to recognize you because in that case, they want to be in that moment like, hey, I'm also good. I can do what Lee's doing. So setting that aside, even though I can see, and some of them will be telling me, more often like, you know what, Lee, they're like self-proclaimed motivational choo-choo, something like that. I just laugh. And for me personally, I just look at it as a compliment. That means my message, since I started being a keynote speaker, motivational speaker, and being an MC and success coach and everything, right? I see that my message is moving. No matter what other people are trying to copy, they can copy your style. They can copy my style. Go for it. But no one can copy soul. Okay? So I stay grounded and authentic in whatever gift that has been given to me because no one can duplicate a divine assignment. So I take it as a compliment,
I've definitely experienced that where I was an advisor to many. I then now see them getting interviewed in social media, racking up, 1 million views.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember those were my words when I advised that someone.
Exactly, right?
Yeah. There's my name there.
Yeah.
But I guess at the end of the day, if you stay true to your purpose, you wouldn't mind if someone uses your advice.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, at least as long as many people can benefit, then that's okay. At least we're at peace. Because that was the original goal anyways, for us to be able to serve.
Yeah. And like I said, it means like the message, your message is moving, right? And stay grounded in authenticity. Because, authenticity can bridge success, right? Because no one can duplicate a divine assignment, which it's in my book as well. And always remember, every individual is a unique being. They can copy being you as Bai Finance, Edgen. They can copy Lee as motivation. They can be a motivational tutor, is what others people are saying, right? But there's only one you and one Lee. You know what I mean? And even if they don't acknowledge us, doesn't matter. Let's take it as a compliment. Maybe one day they will realize how important we are.
I don't think anyone would want to duplicate me anyways. I don't even want to be me. But I am me. So
But at least you're doing something unique as well, You're trying to make a difference to other people through Bai Finance. I think that's the most important thing. That you know exactly what's your purpose, why you're here. You're not just doing this just because of what? Just to have that financial goal, whatever it is. Maybe it's part of the bonus. Start with that courage to pivot, and with your plan, you can go a long way.
Well, I think starting with a great purpose and desire overcomes fear.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think it's okay to be fearful, because everyone is a human. It's okay to be fearful. But sometimes, if your purpose and your goal is greater and it's worth it to do, then it overcomes fear.
True.
I believe passion and love for helping others or serving or making a difference, love overcomes fear.
No, definitely.
I think it's
Love conquers all, right?
love conquers all.
Unconditional love.
Yeah. So with that
true.
genuine and very strong love that you have for whatever it is, whether it is a thing or whether it is your experience, maybe you want to do something that changes people's lives because that's what happened to you and you don't want, people to experience that, or maybe you want to make a change in the world because of your love for people being able to benefit from what you've experienced, especially if you've, experienced a traumatic experience. Then yeah, despite being fearful, you do it anyways. Because I think for me, courage is not courage without fear. That's why it's called courage, because fear is there.
Yeah.
So when people actually do something that they're fearful of, they're not there because they don't have fear. They're there because they feel fearful, but they do it anyways. That's, I think, in my personal experience as an entrepreneur, and at a very young age, there's a lot of things could happen, and you're always fearful, pretty much. But because you know it's worth it, and you have passion, and you know that it'll impact a lot of lives, and you love seeing the changes in their lives, that they've become successful, then the fear suppresses. But the fear is always there. I believe so.
And you should be a good model to your team as well. How do you maintain the positive momentum within your team? Because, it's sometimes there are highs and lows, right? So how do you maintain that?
The best way to maintain the morale of the team is it starts from your drive. It starts from the very top. It starts from the person who actually does the drive. So the way how I maintain it in a very specific manner is to keep going despite of the chaos. Always look at the opportunities rather than the problems. I always say and I always remind my team that if you're always complaining and if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And also, having said that about a problem, if you focus on the problem, you'll have more problem. But if you focus on opportunity, there'll be more opportunities.
And I guess it's okay to find some problems because the bigger problems you solve for others, the bigger the rewards are. But I guess when we approach the problems, we don't start complaining. We start giving solutions straight away. I think there should only be a maximum of 30 seconds of venting out.
I think it's normal
It's
to
normal.
vent out. It's
Yeah.
part of cleansing.
Yeah.
Part of cleansing.
And after the 30 seconds, then you move forward to, okay, how we're going to solve this and what's the best way. I
Correct.
think that would. Now, most people that are striving for something, what are the things that they can do to be able to accept that it's okay to be misunderstood by many?
Again, you're not here to please everyone. And if you stay genuine to whatever purpose you are at this time, people can always, especially those who are not really kind of happy with what you're doing, they always misinterpret or what you're doing because they want you. It's like a crab mentality, like whatever you do, whether it's for you, it's right, and you keep going. People who are not happy with what you're doing, they always think of other things to make you feel bad about yourself. You're just being misunderstood, something like that. And for me, I stopped proving to these people that they're wrong, but instead, I continue to proving to myself that I'm doing the right thing by staying kind, consistent, and true to my purpose, aligned with my purpose. And that's what the real meaning of what I'm doing right now as Motivationalee, her mic, and other things. So, stay kind, stay consistent, and align with your purpose.
Okay, your book, The Pivot Point, right? Which is Courage for the Change You Secretly Want, captures this evolution beautifully. What's the core message you want your readers to take?
Don't wait for the fear to disappear, because it will not. Even your doubt, it will always be there. Just move with it, because courage isn't the absence of fear or doubt. And no matter what happens, you're here. For myself, I always remind myself that I'm here to contribute and not to compete. I'm here for a divine assignment. And as you read my book, there are 3 pivots there, right? And for me, it reminds me of that 3 big pivots that happened in my life. And I can't say no to this divine assignment. And for you and for me to have the courage to do the things that I really want to do and where I see myself, growing. I want everyone to also think that, hey, you know what? This is the right time for you to take a big leap. You start with big plan, but start with a small step. One small step at a time, and that overflows one day at a time. It overflows a blessing. Just keep going no matter what is going on. It's like when you're driving, right? Just follow that navigator wherever you go. And if it feels like you're detouring somewhere, it will recalculate. Just keep going, even if they're rocky, rough roads. Just keep going because you have that vision to achieve in the future. And if you don't start now, if you don't have the courage to do that now, when? Again, have that courage. And fear and doubt will always be there. Move with it.
For someone listening right now that feels unsupported, being copied, they're afraid, or lied to even, what would you say to them about choosing courage over fear?
Always as well anchor yourself with prayer, with your service, and gratitude. I think that's very important. If you anchor yourself with prayer, service, and gratitude, and you're true to your purpose and your divine assignment, everything just follows, And again, allow yourself to grow. Because always remember this, coming from Motivationalee, not everyone is meant to go where you're called to grow. Not everyone is meant to go where you are called to grow. So just keep going even if the world says stop. And in every adversity, focus on the growth, the opportunity, and the wisdom, and you'll go a long way. That's very important.
Can you share one moment when everything could have fallen apart, but instead it became the breakthrough that changed your life?
I remember those times when I almost gave up. Because, just going back to this book, in a second I'll tell you more. I had 3 pivots, right? It was unexpected first and foremost when my father died unexpectedly, obviously. And I felt like he's overseas and I'm here, looking after a patient here to, to give them a beautiful life as well after, after surgery or anything like in the ward or ICU, something like that, or in the operating theater. But here comes my dad who needs me. And I wasn't there, I have to fly. But anyways, at least I was able to look after him. When I came back, he died and all that. So it's all unexpected. Second was when these are different pains in my life, right? In different tone. The second one was when I was a full-time clinical nurse, being a team leader and all that. I was happy, very stable, I was so good, I was living a good life. But again, it wasn't really greatly aligned with something with my other potential. But I'm very happy with what I'm doing anyways. But I have that fear and doubt of the hesitation to pivot because of the bills, your mortgage and other things, And then the third one is when I almost died, when I gave birth for my 3rd child. Okay. I was very healthy and all that, and it all just happened. Just a second. At that point, I bargained. I bargained with our Lord and Savior, and I said, Lord, it's in my book as well. If you allow me to rise again and to just stay here on earth, I will surely make it happen, my passion, like, my potential. I will write, being an author. I will continue being a keynote speaker and speak and make a difference. I'll continue what I'm doing as a professional MC, and I will continue to coach other people as a business. And I said, just allow me to come back, because it was already cold blue. And the last senses that would disappear truly is your ears. So when everything is fading at that time, I can hear of the midwives and nurses saying, and even the doctor, stay with us, Lee, stay with us. It's in here, it's in my book as well. It's there, it's written. And whilst I was bargaining, I was praying, I was singing, praying in tongues as well. And I said, okay, Lord, if you allow me not to come back to earth, I feel sorry for my kids, but at least I'll be able to see my father, right? And the day after, I came back, but I have to touch my face,
Make
my
sure
arms.
you're alive.
Am I really alive? And the consultants were there, nurses were there, midwives were there visiting me and all that. I was transferred to intensive ward, and I said to myself, it's real. I'm back. At that time, oh, I said to God, you allowed me to come back. This is my divine assignment. I'll go for it. I will write, I will speak, I will continue being a massive ceremony host. I will be a success coach. I'll do this, Lord. I know even if I'll be wearing many hats and plus being a nurse, you will guide me because this is my divine assignment. And regardless of what other people will say, if I transition, it will never break me because you'll be there to back me up, to support me, and to give me that positive environment. And I'll keep going no matter what, even if other people are too noisy when it comes to criticizing me or like, oh, you've got a good job. Why are you actually giving up? This, you won't be able to travel, you won't be able to buy a Louis Vuitton and all that, I don't, I mean, like, it's just like one of the things, that they're telling me, like, oh, you're giving up all these things. You shouldn't, because you're already there. You'll be the director of nursing. Why are you trying to step down? And all those things is all about status. But for me, I said to myself, okay, I'm back. I will do this. And I made it happen. Not even for a year, in a month. I started doing my training as a success coach. Of course, you have to invest on something. If you want to elevate on your other potentials, you have to really invest on something, right?
Of course.
And I'm so grateful that I've met the right people, even if I haven't met them before, but for the first time, they were there to support me. Calvin Coyles of Wild Success, thank you so much. I love you for allowing me to really make things happen as a coach myself. And so that's a tick, right? And I continue being an MC and continue speaking as well, making a difference. And I started writing, right? So in that moment when I almost gave up because of those three pivots that had happened in my life, I think that's where the clarity came. Okay. And with that, I felt like no matter what, I'll hold on to this. I'll continue whatever God wants me to do and inspire other people and make a difference. Just example, bro, you have 100 boxes, and to all who are, listening or maybe watching right now, if you have 100 boxes in front of you right now, out of the 100 boxes, shade the boxes in accordance to your age. For example, you are what? Whatever your age right now.
I
Okay.
stopped aging at 28.
So whatever your age, shade that. How many boxes right now are left not being shaded? So that's the boxes. That's the years that you have to think, when can I start elevating my potential? When can I start moving with all this fear and doubt? When can I start really reaching my goals? Or start right now, one small step at a time, in order for me to transition to where I am meant to be. Okay, you've shaded all those boxes out of 100. What if you're 60 years old, you've got 40 boxes left, right? So you've got 40 years left for you to make a difference. Do that now. Before you knew it already 100 years old, You'll never know. So for me at that time, that was where the clarity came. And I have no regrets.
And how old were you that time?
I was, 40, almost 43. There's no timeline. And do not say I'm not ready. You've got to claim it that you are ready. I am ready. Say that now. I am ready. I'm ready to conquer. And once you're true to yourself, again, to whatever is that purpose within you, and you can see it, I've manifested this. And I made it happen. No one can stop me. And even when I was writing already, it took me 7 years before I published my first book, The Pivot Point, Courage for the Change You Secretly Want. I always, remember that it doesn't matter. You're not competing with other people anyways, right? Life is not a competition. But of course, you have to start doing it now. So for me, even if this is my first book after 7 years, I think it's all meant to be. Because in that 7 years, a lot of things had happened as well. And it's all in my book. And this book is like a coaching session. It's not an autobiography. I want everyone to resonate, whatever your age is. It's really a powerful book for transformation. It's not a magic, but there is a conversation between you and me. I'm actually your coach from afar. So this is, even if you're global, you know.
It's like a coaching book.
Yes, it's like a coaching book. You get to know me, you get to know yourself better. And then when you read every after chapter, there is an activity. And I promise you, and I can guarantee you, if you do the activity, every chapter, you get to know yourself better. You discover something about yourself. And that's when the clarity will come as well. You know, we all have different story and different transitions and journey in life. But for me, I don't know why I had three, I think it's meant to be, three different kinds of pain. I've embraced it. Again, there was fear, there was doubt, but that's where the time clarity came. It was so clear that I am meant to serve more deeper in a more purposeful way. And when I started writing 7 years ago, and it took 7 years for me to do this, because I rejig a lot of things. And again, a lot of things that happen. And it's all meant to be. Again, before I used to get frustrated, like, oh, I should have done this in 2019. I always get frustrated because I'm very, I'm kind of type A personality. Like, I should do this. I have this tick list, right? But as you grow older and mature and embracing the moment of your divine assignment, I let go and let God. Because I know there's something's going to happen between that 7 years. And it's meant to be. Because if not, it will become an autobiography. You know, like something like a book like that. I don't want it to be like that. I want it like really a coaching session that you get to know me, I get to know you, have the activity. It's a journey. After you finish the whole chapter, the whole book, come back to me and say, Lee, you know, I've realized that I can do this, I was like this, and these are my potentials. Thank you. I hope that when you buy this on Amazon, it's available on paperback, hardbound, and also ebook at the same time on Amazon, on Ingram. Booktopia and other major platforms. Just type it in, The Pivot Point by Lee Montages. It will come up anyways. And you'll also be helping my other beneficiaries as well. So like for the children, for the old people, and for those multicultural women at the same time, you know. I don't want to say it because I want you to buy the book. That's why I don't want to mention those people. I want you to buy the book because for yourself, not for me, but for yourself, for your own transition and transformation at the same time. So The Pivot Point, Courage for the Change You Secretly Want. I hope you can grab a copy, even if it's not for you, it may be for other people. Buy this as a gift. This is like it's like a capsule, like as a nurse myself. Take this once in a lifetime and you'll thank this book. So hopefully you'll grab this book from this day onwards.
Thank you so much for that, Lee. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Edgen.
All good. No worries.
And again, this is Lee of Motivationalee.
And by Ejen from Bai Finance Group of Companies.
Yes, inspire, motivate, and create an impact. See you again next time.